shot 9, 2, and 9. And he's a much, much better player than that. And for the Melbourne Tigers to compete against the top echelon teams, they need Ron Dorsey putting points on the board.
No surprise, Thomas Abercrombie gets the tip for New Zealand. They get the first shot at putting some points on the board in this game here against the Tigers. Try and get into Gary Wilkinson, turn over to Ubaka, gets the loose ball, and now the Tigers try and come up with something in their half-court set. Rush to Dylan to Tragab. Has the ball knocked away.
Very patient set by the Melbourne Tigers, and that's always good when you're coming into a big game. You can't have a set where everyone touches the ball, they get a feel of it, they get their flow going to the game. So good first up possession by the Melbourne Tigers that ends in a score.
Tragab completely off balance, regains it just in a nick of time to get the first score of the game. Jackson on a nice assist to Wilkinson. Rebound, Tragab.
Wilkinson is another one for the New Zealand Breakers that needs to produce. He's been very ordinary the last 3 games as well. Only got 9 points as Tragab knocks down the short little free throw. But Gary Wilkinson, against the Tigers, he averages 17 points, but only averaging 9 and shooting at 25% in the last 4 games, excuse me. So he's in a bit of a shooting woe.
Corletto misses the floater. Tigers kick it ahead to Rush. Rush looks off the defense, but he gets himself to the line. Had Ron Dorsey.
He did have Ron Dorsey, but have a look at this. The reason he didn't throw it is because he had the human jack-in-the-box underneath the hoop, just protecting the goal in Thomas Abercrombie. He can go up. Not only is he a big jumper, that is, he gets up high, but he's a quick jumper as well. So trying to throw that alley-oop, it was a good play by Liam Rush, because if he had thrown that off, strong chance Abercrombie could have intercepted it.
And because of those facts that you said about his ability to get up in the air, he surprises a lot of people. I think he surprised Liam Rush because I think he thought he waited too long, and he's still able to discourage that shot with that explosiveness and those long arms. Bacona. Backing down, Liam Rush, one of the stronger men in the competition, gets himself to the rim. He'll go to the line to complete a 3-point play.
It is, and the New Zealand Breakers are one of the more fluid offensive teams. They usually whip the ball around and get a lot of motion in their half-court set. They've started the game tonight with a lot of pick and rolls and a lot of dribbling, and this time they go to Bacona down low. And he's another one with great athleticism. This is where he is not comfortable at all. That is a very good shooting technique. He's a career 52% free throw shooter, Steve.
Well, he's gotten better this year. He's shooting at 67%, which is a huge improvement from making 1 out of 2.
And he's one, when you look at his technique, it's more what goes on in his head than it is physically any particular problems with his, or noticeable problems with his technique.
See, back out to Ubaka. He traveled.
Just shuffling of the pivot foot there. Gets called for a travel.
If it's up there and it makes contact, it's going to be a ball. Yeah, I'm just going to have it under both here, so just keep it down. All right?
A little bit of chin music going on between Daniel Dillon, I think it was, and I think it was Daryl Corletto.
Yeah, you got to like that. Got to like the intensity. Of course, we don't want anything cheap. No. Don't want to get hurt.
No.
But, boy, it adds a little spice to the game. We've got an illegal screen. I think the referee is trying to take control of this game, make sure it doesn't get out of hand. I think they anticipate something very physical between these two clubs.
Have a look at this moving screen. You see,
There we go.
it's a very slight move. I've seen worse not called. But technically correct. A little bit of a move, shuffling with feet, creating too much help for the screener's defense. Guy coming off the screen.
Dorsey shooting over the top of Corletto. That bounces around. Bacona gets the rebound, puts it on the floor.
And I like that play with Ron Dorsey, 6'7", 6'8", going up against Daryl Corletto down low. It's just a matter of he's always going to be able to get that shot off.
Wilkinson spins to the baseline and puts up a soft one to get New Zealand within one. Dillon.
Stand up on him, stand up on him.
To Liam Rush off the backboard. He continues his good form for Melbourne.
And how's the confidence? Just the body language, the way he's moving, just looks like a completely different player the last month than he did at the start of the season. As Vicona puts in a little one down low. And you're going to see a lot of this tonight from the New Zealand Breakers. They really feel like they've got an advantage down low, and we're seeing Wilkinson and Vicona making the most of it. And when you've got a guy that can find the open man like Jackson can, it's going to be put a lot of pressure on the Melbourne Tigers' interior defense.
Doesn't that do a lot to the enthusiasm of cuts when a guy can find you like that?
Exactly. You have that little bit more pep in your step, and you cut with just that little bit more vigor when you know there's a strong chance you're going to be found when you are open, and Cedric Jackson does do that on the offensive end.
Trigar gets it out to Dillon. Quick pass to Ubaka. It's straight and it's good. Ubaka for three, and we're all... The deadlock is tied, and they're up by that margin right there, 11-8. Corletto getting to the rim. His floater again is off the mark. Cam Trigar with the rebound. Here come the Tigers. Dillon to Ubaka. He hesitates 6 times and then finds it to Liam Rush in the corner. Dorsey does a good job of keeping it alive. Melbourne, another crack on this possession. Trigar. Oh, man.
That was just in the grill of Gary Wilkinson. Right between his left ear and left shoulder, he shot that ball and was nothing but cotton by Cam Trigar. He's in some rare form, and dare I say it, Steve, I think he's in better form than what he was a couple of years ago when he was with the Wollongong Hawks, but some real problems on the defensive end with a way too easy scoring opportunity for Gary Wilkinson.
Trigar, he is making up for it on the offensive end. Pretty much gave up a layup to Wilkinson on the other end and just said, look, I'm just going to outscore you.
It was a little back screen that you got it picked up on, and when you can score down there on the offensive end, you can excuse some of that defense, but the Melbourne Tigers defense so far has been appalling. Easy scoring opportunities for the New Zealand Breakers down low.
New Zealand have just made a home in the key early in the game. Ubaka gets it to Liam Rush.
Not much better defense by the New Zealand Breakers. They're basically just trading baskets now, and the Melbourne Tigers doing it a little bit better. They're at 77% from the field. The Breakers are at 62.
Daryl Corletto catches it and drills the three. Another nice pass off of dribble penetration by Cedric Jackson. Well, showing the strengths of both of these clubs early as they've gotten on the board in a hurry. Ubaka lines up another three ball. Trigar on the offensive glass. And he is putting together a big number already. He is in the flow. He's in double figures already on a perfect 5 for 5.
He's also got 4 rebounds, and that's an offensive foul on Gary Wilkinson. That's just silly play by Gary Wilkinson raising the elbow. He didn't need to do that. Anytime you put the elbow in the grill of your teammate, very hard to get away with that, Steve. Have a look at this. There you saw the little one. Didn't quite look as bad on that angle, but still copped him in the viral end.
Tigers on top, 19-15 with 3:58 to go in the first.
Hello, all you lovely people in Australia. Jamie Oliver here. I'm really excited about the Ministry of Food Australia. The Good Guys is a great Australian company. Every single transaction that you make with the Good Guys will contribute. The Ministry of Food really does change lives, guys. Please get involved. Have a look at www.jamiesministryoffood.com. Click on Australia. I'm so excited about this. And please get involved. Take care. Mr. O.
By the open man. Hey, we've got to stop Jackson getting in there. Good work, guys. Keep that ball. aggressively, see if we work on 3 stops. Now you got about 30 seconds, we'll make some changes. Keep playing hard. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Up to the cameras up there. Walk around there. They're going to shoot for 5,000.
Melbourne Tigers very happy with how things are going. Trevor Gleeson, only thing he's concerned about is dribble penetration by Cedric Jackson. Well, Cedric Jackson not the only one getting into the paint.
Well, it's not. We've seen Gary Wilkinson going off the dribble and Mika Vicona. But you saw what happens when he does get in the paint. That last time penetration, you're coming down, you're kicking out to a wide-open Daryl Coletto, who he's going to eat that up every day of the week when he's wide open from the three-point line. So they need to stop the penetration, both with the pass and the dribble of the New Zealand Breakers. But the New Zealand Breakers got their similar problems down the other end, trying to contain the Melbourne Tigers.
Some interesting matchups. CJ Bruton's into the game for the Breakers. He's picked up Ron Dorsey as Daniel Dillon tries to connect on a 3 off the mark.
Alex Pledger, he's another one that's going to cause some problems for the Melbourne Tigers just with his size alone, as CJ Bruton comes down. And I know CJ hasn't had a great year, been hampered by some injuries, but you cannot let a man of that capability come in off one dribble and get a wide-open free throw.
Cam Chagat has the slower Alex Pledger on him, and his eyes are lighting up again. He's not missed a shot. He's 6 for 6 for his 12 points.
Well, look at the shooting stats right there. Pretty even, 69 and 7%. And Pledger down the other end. Can't see anyone for the Melbourne Tigers when Pledger gets it down low, just with a huge size advantage that's going to stop him from getting that shot off in single coverage. May have to think about sending a double on Pledger.
Well, he's got to do that on that end of the floor if he's going to struggle to keep up with Cam Chagat. Ubaka off the mark. A lot of standing around that time for the Tigers in their offense. Jackson just turns on the Jets. Finds CJ Bruton for a wide open look at the three-point line. CJ can't connect. Tigers dodge a bullet there. Nice pass to Chagat, then to Rush. Beautiful fast break by the Melbourne Tigers.
And they look so much better, the Melbourne Tigers, when they're out and running. They've done a great job tonight in the half court against some fairly modest defense, but when they get out and run, you just feel like the advantage will go more the way of the Melbourne Tigers than the New Zealand Breakers in what the lineups are out there tonight. Liam Rush, Cameron Chagat and Ron Dorsey. Wholesale changes for the Melbourne Tigers. They're out of the game. Tommy Greer, Lucas Walker coming in.
CJ feeling it, but he's a little long off the iron, pulled down by Daniel Dillon.
Tim Lang's also in for the Melbourne Tigers, and he is one that has been given an opportunity as well. And his size could be critical in this game. He's at 6'10". Could be the foil for Alex Pledger.
BJ Anthony knocks it loose and it goes right to Daniel Dillon, and he just spins on Cedric Jackson for the score. A lot of layups early in the game. Jackson slows it down for New Zealand. Jackson with a sweet hesitation move, and he gets the roll and gets it to drop. Wow.
Was that Tommy Greer? I think his shoes are still down the other end of the floor because he just got shook out of them. Not sure it was either Tommy or Lucas, but just a nice little head fake by Cedric Jackson. Substitution for the Breakers. Cedric Jackson's going to take a spell. Have a look at Jackson here. It was Lucas Walker just a little look away and blew by him like he was nailed to the floor.
Jackson gave him the hesitation, looked to the corner. I think there wasn't really anyone over there. Lucas Walker was looking for who he was looking at. Abercrombie going to the rim, finds Pledger. He shoots the right-handed one-hander going to the middle. That's good. Pledger's come in and made his mark early.
Has he ever? And he's not the sort of player you'd normally, in this conversation, be talking about sending double teams, but just for his size advantage tonight, consideration would need to be given to that.
Tommy Greer follows his shot, gets his own rebound, and now he's earned his spot at the line for 2.
They've got both teams have got good productivity from the low post. Anyone posting up tonight has had the advantage. And Tommy Greer not playing on Friday, so he would have relatively fresh legs, albeit that dealing with some injury issues.
One shot.
And he's an important part, not just for what he gives on the court, but spiritually, very much a leader for the Melbourne Tigers is Tommy Greer.
He gets them both to go to give the Tigers a 4-point lead. C.J. Bruton brings it up for New Zealand. Abercrombie steps behind the three-point line. That doesn't go. Boucher with the offensive rebound. C.J. Bruton, man, he is feeling. He's taken a couple of shots that have missed. They must have felt pretty good because he has not hesitated and gets New Zealand to within one.
Well, he didn't that time, and that was a tough shot with some good defensive pressure. The Melbourne Tigers trying to hold it up for the last shot of the quarter.
Walker for three. That's short. He follows his own shot, gets to the baseline, tries to throw it in traffic. Boucher's going to take the three-quarter court shot attempt. Doesn't go. Got